Hey, it's Jones Loflin. Welcome to Insights in the Jones Zone, where I give you a way to master your week in 3 minutes or less. See if this sounds familiar. You've gathered your team together to work on creatively solving a problem or a challenge or meeting a new opportunity, and you say, "What do you think we ought to do? What are your ideas?" And they look at you with a blank stare. Why? Because they've been working on 100 other things, and the last thing they've been preparing to do is be creative. If that sounds like your team or even you, here are 3 suggestions when you need to get creative in a hurry. The first one is to use a technique to kind of get people thinking in that direction. Crawford's slip technique or round robin brainstorming or even the 30 rings exercise. When I've got links to all of those at the bottom of today's Jones Zone. But do something to get them thinking creatively, to make that transition to look at things from a bigger perspective. Secondly, is to ask a weird question. Something like, what would your hero do? What would the person you most admire do? How would they go about solving this problem or challenge? In other words, forcing them to think like somebody else. If you need to ask a question, go find someone who has a completely different perspective than you do. Last week, I was stuck on something and needed a creative solution, and I just happened to be talking to someone who was a financial planner. They think in terms of numbers. I asked them their thoughts on the situation, and they looked at it completely different than I would, but it got me thinking bigger and thinking a little more creatively. The third way to help you get creative in a hurry is to go somewhere where you get a bigger perspective. If it's your team, take them outside or gather them somewhere where something's bigger, where they don't feel so closed in like so many conference rooms or training rooms. If it's you, take a walk outside. Go look at something in nature. Stand in front of a window even, but do something that helps you begin to look at things a little bigger, so that you can be more creative. This is Jones Loflin. I hope it's a fantastic week for you, where if you need to get creative, you use some of these techniques to do it in a hurry, and then you put those ideas into action. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today in the Jones Zone.